this is John Storsved, Department Chair of the Exercise Science and Sport, and also the Athletic Training Program Director at Millikin University. And I'm going to be leading you on a tour of our new Exercise and Sport Pavilion that we just were able to get into in November after a long renovation process. So here we go. We're coming in through the main doors. We've got a hallway that leads to both men's and women's restrooms, along with a gender-neutral restroom. Then we have our main facility as we walk through the doors here. Let's give you a quick overview, and then we'll start at the very north end of the building. That's a good shot of the entire space. For many of you alums, you might remember this space as the Tuscany restaurant, and even before that, the Blue Mill. But we've got it completely renovated now for exercise science and sport. So we're at the very north end of the building. We've got a room here for our exercise physiology lab. So all of the students in 3 of our majors, exercise science, health promotion, and physical education, take an exercise physiology class, and that has a lot of lab components to that. So they've got their own space to conduct those lab activities and hopefully some research that we could get started with our undergraduate students. So we've got an EKG monitor right on the table there, a couple of treatment tables. We'll get some more exercise bikes to perform all the testing that needs to be done with our students. We have one faculty office, Thad Walker, who teaches in our athletic training curriculum and our sports management curriculum, has moved into the space to kind of oversee it when it's being used. We'll have space for a student worker. We have some very nice lockers over on the left-hand side of the building. They were very generously provided to us through funding from Father Nick Smith, a Millikin alum, and also Dean Deb Slayton and her husband, retired Dean Ralph Zerwiski. That turned out to be very nice. Students have open access to those. They can come in and throw their backpack or coat in there while they're coming to class. We've got some of our cardio equipment over on the west side of the building. Now we'll take a little trip into our athletic training classroom and lab, and also hoping to have it as an open clinic for our Millikin community. So we've got a very nice, about 900 to 1,000 square foot athletic training classroom. All of our athletic training courses have a lab component to that. We have everything that we need to do all the lab activities, allow the students to do assessments, taping, rehab. What our plans are, and we've had conversations with the School of Theater and Dance, our students that are majoring in those areas are essentially athletes. They get injured just like athletes do, but currently have no place to go on campus if they are injured for any kind of assessment or minor treatments. So we're hoping to have this space open in afternoons for not just the students, but also the Millikin staff and faculty. If they're, say, training for a 5K and end up straining an Achilles and aren't sure what they should do about it, coming into the space and having our students, under supervision of a faculty member, give them an injury assessment and some recommendations. Maybe it's some home exercises or stretches, or if it's more severe, referring them to a physician. We've got a very large open space here that's primarily used for all of our classes that have activity-based assignments. We have a very large and growing physical education curriculum.
All right, hi, my name is Lincoln VanMeter. I'm a senior health, fitness, and recreation major, and we're here in the new building. And as you can see, we're actually running tests right now. We're just getting a feel for running tests in the field to measure, athletic performance, get a baseline for people's ability, try to move forward from there. So, as you can see, we've got a lot of open space. And it's really nice to have this since we are exercise science majors. It's nice to have like a space specified for us to work and see the body in motion, which is what our major's all about. So, as you can see here, we're doing a 3-cone drill that they do in the NFL Combine. Just things like that. It really helps us out having to share the basketball gym with, all the other sports teams. It can get a little cramped. So just having the space for ourselves really helps us get the education we need.
This space is an awesome space to do exercise phys, step tests. We've got all the different curricular aspects for physical education for our students that are going to be out in the schools teaching. So very large space here. The entire building space, the footprint, if my memory serves right, is about 11,000 square feet. And then with some storage built in over here, we've taken a little bit away. So we've got approximately 9 to 10,000 square feet of usable space. We've got about 2,000 square feet of rubberized all-purpose gym flooring. You can see all of our weight equipment back in here, where our strength and conditioning and personal training classes. One a little bit dark, right there goes our lights. So we've got a really neat lighting system, so it saves on energy, it activates as students come in and trip the sensors. But very nice space in here. Some of our plans that we're getting put into place are for campus recreation activities. We'd love to conduct some spin classes, some yoga classes, perhaps some circuit training classes for the Millikin community as well. We're also planning to do some community engagement. We've already had a former Millikin alum who lives in the area that's asking for some assistance with his fitness and exercise goals, and so we've got a faculty member and student that are already planning to meet with him and bring him in to do some baseline assessments and get him started on an exercise protocol that meets his specific needs. So wonderful space. We just got access to it in late November. We were able to conduct some of our final exams in this space, and we're starting to use it on a much more consistent basis now in the spring semester, and have plans to use it even further as we go forward. So we're very grateful for the donors that provided the funds necessary to get this space up and running, and we're so excited to have a space to call our own and really enhance the students' overall education, and of course that wonderful performance learning initiative that we all love to do with our Millikin students. So again, this has been John Storsved, Department Chair of Exercise Science and Sport, showing you off our new Exercise Science and Sport Pavilion. And thank you very much. If you're on campus, stop by. We'd love to give you a personal tour. Thank you.